Hi guys, one of the very common question which I've got from the student is sir which language I should do along with my MBA and ये क्वेश्चन आया सीईटी के बच्चों के सर अभी घर बैठे हैं वेले कुछ करने को तो मैं सोचा लैंग्वेज करूँ माय डैडी बोले कि लैंग्वेज कर लो डैडी ने बोला तो बेटा करना ही पड़ेगा otherwise we'll today look at the five most common languages spoken by or preferred by companies and what you can do find and which language to choose five top languages which MBA is preferred. So number one point which I want to talk about is what are the 10 most commonly languages talked in the world. Okay, English most spoken word, then Mandarin which is Chinese, फिर Hindi, number three Spanish, number four French, number five. These are the five most spoken languages in the world, followed by Arabic, Bengali, Russian, Portuguese, and Indonesian. So good to see two Indian languages are in the top 10 list of the most spoken languages. So this can help you decide. Yeah, or you should be aware of this कि world over क्या चल रहा है. Okay, so that we can again take a call on that which one to take. Okay, number one point. I've written this article. The link is given in the description box. If you want to check out the detail, you can check it out. Okay, now we move to the number 2 point. 10 most common languages talked or learned in India based on schooling. A lot of schools are providing foreign language. A lot of colleges are providing foreign language. For example, IFT have a compulsory one foreign language. In Jamal Bajaj, we had no formal language, but there was an option to choose Spanish or French as a language. मैंने कोई लिया नहीं था. मैंने French की एक क्लास बैठा था, उसके बाद भाग गया मैं. Okay, so 10 most common language spoken in India. Yeah, French number one, number two German, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese. These are the top 5 languages which students learn in India in general, not just MBA in general. Russian, Portuguese, Italian, Arabic and Korean. These are the top 10 languages which are spoken जो इंडिया में घिसी जाती हैं. Okay, now which one you should choose? Fine, it depends on again lot of choices, lot of things. 5 things which language to choose depend upon. Number one is obviously MBA abroad. If you want to go abroad, suppose if you are going to do MBA in Japan, then learning Japanese makes sense. If you're going to, for example, Canada में French is the second most common language after English. Yeah, so आप वो language सीख सकते हो. Germany में German. So that obviously if you want to go MBA abroad, then which country you are going for, that should decide which language you should learn. Number two is jobs abroad. A lot of jobs are coming up. For example, if you are an engineer, want to go for the engineering companies, then Japanese or German or French or no, I'm sorry, German, Japanese or Chinese might be the best option to go for. Number three is your personal choice. Yeah. For example, my personal choice, if you ask me French, for me, the most beautiful language is French. Yeah. And I think I find it very hot. When a girl speaks French, I find it very hot. That's my personal choice. Number four is a popularity in India. We talked about that earlier, which can help you decide क्या करना चाहिए, or the most population wise number one. Number 5 is G strategy. Number 5 मतलब मैं को 5 ऑप्शन दे रहा हूँ, उनमें से जो आपको अच्छा लगती है चूज कर लो. G strategy हमारा जिंदाबाद. Okay, number 5 is Japanese. Yeah, demand for Japanese is great in India is due to the Indo-Japanese relationship are coming up now with Quad coming up. A lot of jobs are coming up in Japan as well. Fine, high quality and technologically advanced. And in East Asia, Japanese language is very common. Okay, so number 5 is Japanese. Fine, number 4 is French. French is the most common language taught in India as a part of curriculum. More than 1 lakh students only in Delhi and NCR region take French. Yeah, and I find it very hot also, so you can go French as well. At number 4 is French. Many MNCs companies have their headquarters in France. Yeah. Number 3 is German. If you want to go for MBA abroad or for other reasons, you can go for German as well as a good language to learn. But if you ask me my personal choice, or if you ask me what you should do as an MBA, this is based on my survey at my college as well in various places, what I feel. Number 2 is Spanish. Why? Because 20 countries speak Spanish. English is obviously number 1. Number 2 is Spanish. A lot of people, a lot of countries speak Spanish, and Indian relationship with all these countries are very good. You know, most of the countries in South America is all French, is on Spanish. North America was English. Yeah, क्योंकि अंग्रेजों ने वहां पर राज किया, English and French. South America Argentina, Brazil, all the places, Spanish is the most common language, which differs from the Spanish which is taught in, which is spoken in France, in Spain. Yeah. So Spanish can be the number 2 language. A lot of BPO, KPO jobs, IT jobs are there where you have to travel to the South American countries where you need that. Even in US, the second most common spoken language is Spanish. So Spanish, I would bank on that. You can learn that. In Jamal Bajaj, we had an option to choose between French and Spanish. Yeah, it was not a part of curriculum. It was a third-party training course which you can join. Fine. Number 1, and no question about that, is Chinese. यार तुम जो मर्जी बोल लो, you hate China, you hate this and that. Lot of jobs. India is dependent upon China. Today, you have like अभी जो इंडिया चाइना का जो अटैक हुआ था चाइना में जो लद्दाख में हुआ उसके बाद lot of people were writing hate messages from Chinese against Chinese. India banned a lot of Chinese apps as well. Still, you were typing on a China-made mobile phone. You were using a Chinese. We are using a Chinese-made laptop. So number 1 is Chinese. Yeah. Yes. The trend is being changing after COVID. People are not preferring going to China, or the companies are moving away from China. तुम जो मर्जी कर लो, at least for the next 20-30 years, China is still going to dominate. And if you want to learn some language, I think Chinese will be number 1 preference for the MBA student. Fine, because of the international market, because of the if you're doing your MBA is incomplete, or in fact, every subject is incomplete without using the word China. चाहे वो Chinese supply chain हो, चाहे वो Chinese dominance in science हो, so हर जगह आपको China का नाम आएगा ही आएगा. Fine. And very few people in India learn Chinese. So it can help you. It can be a great opportunity to learn Chinese. So if you ask me, I will prefer Chinese and number 1. Yeah, because of the most commonly spoken language, because the most requirement point of view, this is number 1. This should be number 1. Number 2, I would say, is Spanish. Number 3, German. Number 4, French. And number 5 is Japanese. You can choose any one of them. And that would be my G strategy for this topic. Yeah, it's good to know the language. Compulsory नहीं है यार. मेरे को भी हमारे ऑप्शन है, मैं एक दिन गया, मैं उसके बाद नहीं गया. There is no compulsion for that. It's good to have, but ऐसा नहीं कि because तुमने स्पेनिश किया, ओ बेटा जी तुम स्पेनिश जानते हो, आप बेटा देखो हम एक्सेंचर में जॉब दे देंगे, ऐसा नहीं है. Fine, they will still take you. But yeah, if you have time in your hand, if you learn something new, I think one of the languages you can go for one of these, any of these 5 languages. All are equally good, trust me. All the best.